Okay, so I started the recording now. So let me share my screen. So someone is joining the call. So I just want to there are some things I want to explain to him. So I asked him to join the call. So maybe from it you two you get one or two things from it. So
Okay.
uh,
Assalamualaikum.
Ridwan, can you hear me? Hello Ridwan. Maybe he's having some issues. Let's just wait for him. When he talks, we know.
Okay.
So you can see my screen now, Abby.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I want to show you some things on the Visual Studio. Okay, so hey, these are the extensions that I've installed. So all this one here,
Okay.
you can see under the installed, I have a lot of them. So
Yes. I want to quickly download them too.
you see this
Wait.
beautify community. Okay, this you see this community material team. So it's one of
Yeah.
this particular view, the theme that I'm using. So it's coming from that. So you can search, you can write them down, or maybe when you
Okay.
check the video. So
Let me quickly write. Okay.
when you
I
check the
can get
video,
it from the video.
yes. So this
I
database
actually
client, you
noticed
may not
something.
need it.
I actually noticed something. I want to ask you.
What
Maybe it's
is
because of the screen recorder you are using.
okay?
Like maybe when you are teaching us, don't be placing your cursor on maybe where we are, cause when you send the video to us, it's going to be enlarged. Like your
Okay,
cursor is going to be
it's coming.
enlarged and it's going to be blocking it.
Okay. No problem. I'll take note of that. Then you see
Okay.
there are some of the themes here that extension rather that you may not need. So you don't need to install them if you're not using them.
Okay.
Then this
That
IntelliSense,
beautify. That beautify.
yes,
When I search for it, it said
it has been
it
depreciated. Yes,
yes.
it's not that it's the issue with it is they will not release any updates on it again. So it's like the person that developed it is not maintaining it again. So what is there is what will be
Okay.
there for life. So that's just the meaning of that. Then
Okay.
IntelliSense, you can install this IntelliSense for CSS class names in HTML. So this one is for
Okay.
Laravel. Then that's the light Safa. Almost all the okay. This Pretia code too. You can install this as well. Then
Okay.
you don't need 10 with CSS for now. Then fierce code great icon. So this is the icon. So the reason why I'm having different icon from your own. So this is the guy that is doing the
Okay.
magic fierce code icon. So the one you need this prettier code formatter, you can install that. Fierce code great icon, you can install that. Okay, I think that's all. That's all for now. So I don't want to waste much time. Well, we'll be using, let me open the project folder. This is your kata estate.
Yes, now I've used two different drugs, but I don't know why. It's just
No, no one is going. Since you are coughing already, so when you have kata, like when you have like a serious kata, when it's going, it will resort to cough. Then after the cough, it will now disappear.
okay.
So now, hello Ridwan. I don't know, and it's online. Oh, Allah. So I want us to go through this the documentation. So we use it to explain one or two things. Then after the explanation, we can now start to write projects. What am I typing? Wait. No, not going there. documentation. So customize layout. Content. Okay, let's see the grid system. What they have in store for us. Is that coming from you?
No.
That must be you. No problem. It works. Okay. Okay. So we talk about grid system last class in our last class. So what we'll be doing now is to just talk about them in full details. Like okay, covering the grid system from A to Z. Then after that, I want us to treat the navigation bar as well today. Then if after the navigation bar, if time permits, we move to carousel.
No too.
Carousel.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam.
I think it's online already.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum.
Everybody, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ridwan. Good.
Okay, sir. Both of the set me lórí so speaker mi ẹni mi set mo ṣe lọ set ẹ báyìí.
Okay. No problem. So you are here already.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, brother Ridwan.
Wa alaikum salam, Mr. Ashraf Adebayo, right?
Yes.
So
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
so we're going to continue with our class. Then after the class, you are going to share your screen. So I'm talking to you, Ridwan.
Okay.
So after the class, you share your screen.
Okay, sir.
So you'll be able to treat your issue. Then do you have? I hope you have. Your battery is strong because at least you're going to spend like 1 hour. 1 hour.
We have light.
Okay, no problem.
We have light. We have light over here, sir.
No problem. So we're talking about grid system. Then here as you can see, they start with container, and you've seen the difference between container and the container fluid already. Now after the container,
Yes.
the hierarchy there is you start with your container. That is standard. If you don't use container, it will work. But when you want to use grid system, it's a must that you start with row. So that row is very important. So it is inside your row that you're going to have your column. Like what we did last class. That was on Monday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was on Tuesday. So we
That was
declare,
Tuesday.
yes, we declare our container, we declare the row, then the column inside the row. So what they did here, they did not specify the size, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe MD, and so on. So they just simply put col. So that COL is standing for column. So Ridwan, I hope you started Bootstrap, Abi.
Yes, sir. But the other time I was having issues, so I stopped using it.
Okay, so at least since you started it before, so you'll be able to catch up. So no wahala. Just make sure you follow the class. Then
Okay, sir.
so what they simply did here is they just put the column, making 3 columns. So originally the way the browser will interpret this is dividing the entire screen into 3. So that means what they put here will be translated into what 4 columns. So since they have only 3, so it will divide it equally between the column. So we have different screen sizes here. So the first one, which is the most common one, is the MD, the one we use on Tuesday. That MD is for medium screen. So we have, let's start from the extra small. We have extra small screen, we have small screen, we have medium screen, we have large LG, we have extra large, and we have extra large. So our extra small screen, the aim, the major aim for the major problem that the Bootstrap is solving is bridging the mobile view of websites. Originally, before Bootstrap, it was quite difficult to develop a mobile responsive website. I could remember when I started learning web development. So we develop our interface. We use table to structure our website. And when you use table to structure a website, there's no way you can maintain mobile responsiveness. It's not possible, because when you are using column, this column, that one column, and you are merging two columns together. So the major solution that the Bootstrap framework is providing is to make mobile design very simple. So, and
Wait, I have a question.
what's your question?
What does mobile responsiveness mean? Is it like the way maybe I don't understand? Just explain.
So when you develop a website, originally you
Okay.
as a developer, you are using a laptop to develop that website. So
Yes.
everything you'll be doing is, okay, you want you want the header to be at the top to full the screen, you want the sidebar, everything. So like this website we have now, everything look good, right? We have sidebar, we have
Yes.
header, and the screen is because the screen is very large. So everything is okay here, looking perfect. Well, now let me tell you, if someone that is using phone come to this same page, so how do you want that website to be looking? The website is going to be a mess if you don't take care. Like when you are developing,
I understand where okay.
yes.
I
So you don't
understand where
put
you're driving at.
you don't put the mobile responsiveness into mind. So everything is going to be like
There are some sites that when you visit them on your mobile phone, you just be seen. Maybe
yeah.
like the site go. You can move them. How can I
So
explain?
and sometimes that it will, like, everything we cut inside, that you need to be scrolling to the left and so on. Although
Yes.
it's very rare before you see a site like that anymore. So almost everybody they are updating, and they are updating their website already. So now, so when you are developing a website, now let me transform this into a mobile website now. So you can see that this same page that we have now, you can see the transformation from the desktop screen into the mobile screen. So if someone is using mobile phone now, so this will be and here too you can change come on, here you can change the kind of phone that you're using. That was for iPhone 12 Pro. So let's say this Pixel 5, that's Google Pixel 5. So this will be your home view. You are using Pixel 5, and also you are using tablet. So we have a lot of devices right nowadays. There's tablets, there's mobile phone, there are some systems that are very small. So you see all these devices that are surfacing now, it wasn't that easy as a developer before. Without all this Bootstrap and everything, you have to like rack your brain with CSS, everything, to make everything like, okay, when someone go to the website using a system, everything must look good. When you visit the website with a tablet, everything must be perfect. When you use the phone, you use a phone, and phone too, they have different grades. There are some small phone that you just want to make sure that everything looks perfect. So that's the problem.
Let's see so now.
I think you come back. Maybe having some network problem. You come back.
Okay. I
So
want to quickly ask something.
okay.
What do you press now that brought all those devices out?
Okay. On the screen, so I right click. So when I right click, I move to inspect
Inspect.
at the bottom. So you wait and you're going to get this. Okay, so once we get to JavaScript, don't worry, we are going to be using this kind of interface a lot. So at this side, you have your view, you have the screen view, and here too you have access to the code that constitutes this particular page. You see it here. This is the HTML code, and here you have the CSS, all the CSS here. So you can check, you can use that, you can use this to your normal website that you the normal class website that we are doing. So you can use this as well. From here you see your HTML, you see your CSS, and you can do some changes here. But mind you, the changes that you made here, automatically it will take effect on the screen, but it won't save into your file. So that's that. And we'll be using the console as well. Once we get to the JavaScript, we're using the console to test our JavaScript code. So that's that. Now, as I was explaining, we have different levels of different sizes here. So we have extra small. Now for a very small screen, we have extra. I need to accept you. And who is this?
It's Bashir. I'm guessing. Alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
You're welcome.
Why is your name this long?
Yeah, good.
That's a very long name.
You said
I said, why is your name this long?
my name? What name is that?
An integrated service, Brian, just have a lot of name there, right?
Oh, well, okay. My link back.
Yes. I think that should be your Gmail name.
Yes, I tried through my Gmail.
Okay.
My Gmail, yeah.
So no problem, you're welcome. So we are treating.
We have a new member.
Not per se, but yes, he'll be joining the class today. So
Okay.
then there's something that he's having some problem with his development. So I asked him to join the class. So after the class, I'm going to attend to him.
Okay.
So now we are treating this system in
Hope
Bootstrap.
I'm not late.
Not so late, though. We are like how many minutes now? Almost 18 minutes. So we are treating grid system. So although we did something like this in our last class anyway, but then I only
I was not there.
Okay, so but I dropped the link in the group, the video link. I dropped it in.
Yes. I was actually on it. I'm almost on it.
Okay, so now we have different sizes of screen that when you are developing your website that you need to take into account. So one thing about Bootstrap is it is very dynamic. So Bootstrap is very dynamic. Don't worry, you will catch up. You're not gone far. So it's very dynamic. So you can see that when I was using that MD, everything works fine. Like everything is okay. You not see that okay because you are using MD, this one is not working. You not see that. So, but the logic behind this is this: for XX extra small screen. So you know that okay, this website that you are developing, you want to like cater for all the possibilities. Okay.
Yes, I want to clarify my doubts, please. Can I go on?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this small SM, small, medium, large, extra large, and all is talking about the screen size for system, for PC, for tablet and phone, right?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. Now, I think if on the right part, I think on HTML or CSS, there is a code used for calling this kind of a thing.
Yes.
That when we inspect, is that
Interchange, is it that one? I
No,
need to say revise with or something like that.
No, not that one.
no, it's not that one. It's column. It is column, row and column. Under, I'm not sure. Maybe it is under HTML or CSS.
So there's a way that there's something we used to do too. So let me make this clear. So there's nothing we are doing
Okay.
with Bootstrap that we cannot achieve with CSS.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
Bootstrap
Okay.
is a framework. It is a framework built with CSS and JavaScript. So it just meant for
Okay.
to simplify our task. So there's nothing we
Okay.
are doing here
Okay.
that we cannot do with CSS. And what you are talking about is media queries. So CSS media queries, so that when you are on a smaller screen, the way you want your style to be, you write the query there. When you are on you specify the size, the screen size. So automatically the browser will sense that, okay, oh, particularly I'm on this screen size, so the style for that screen is what will be showing. So we call it media query. Maybe I think we should get there, depending on if we take a project. If you But my own plan is our project effort, we are going to include Bootstrap, so that we may not even get all these media queries and so on. But don't worry, we are going to treat it before the end of the training. So media query is just to you during in your CSS when you write style, maybe for the last screen, for the laptop screen. So you can still query that, okay, well, maybe this kind of screen size is for tablets. You specify the size, then you write the query there, and so on. So that's that. So that is there, is for sure. Now,
Please, I have a question, but maybe I don't know if you can remind me later, so I can. I don't want to ask now, so I will not interrupt you.
maybe I think you should ask. Oh,
Okay. From the last assignments that I think I was present, I was able to understand or do the assignment that you asked us to do this contact us page,
okay.
where we'll be filling some form and it will be submitting. Okay, I think the submission landing page is usually collected by with database, maybe PHP or something. So I want to ask whether probably maybe PHP is going to be brief or discuss among these our topics.
No, we are not treating backend at all. So, but
Okay.
depending on how fast we go or how far we go with JavaScript. So when we get to Ajax, so we can collect the form data with Ajax. So we can collect the form data with Ajax and use it. So don't worry.
Okay, so that idea is not like what is it called? It's not like PHP that it can be used directly without writing any code.
PHP 2, surely you are going to write code. So when you submit your form with PHP, so you still need to write the code to collect the form data and so on. And likewise Ajax as well. So we have like two main ways of submitting your form. It's either you use get or you use post. So you can use both with Ajax as
Because
well. Yes.
I can see you are working with your XAMPP and local also.
Yes.
But maybe you can continue. Sha.
Don't worry. Okay. So yes, I was actually working with my SAMP. And yes, we can use this to explain as well. No worry. We have a little
Okay.
time tonight. So this is where I was working on. So
Okay, I'm saying PHP something.
yeah, the website is actually a PHP website. I use PHP as backend.
Okay.
So
Wow.
so it's a project for this company here. So salon. Okay, so actually it's a very large project, and I've been working on this project for like
Okay.
how many years now? So it's a matter of years, okay, as you can see. So the website is Eco Success Cloud,
Okay.
and on the Eco Success Cloud, Eco Success Cloud is a learning management system built for Lagos State government. So we have the landing page, we
Okay.
have the area where students can log in and so on. All the students in Lagos, if you are in Lagos State, you must have heard of Eco Success Cloud. So
Wow.
all the students, public school students, they can log in,
Okay.
they can subscribe to courses and so on. So now
Okay.
this test center that I'm doing now, it is meant for the student that when they
Yes.
log in, they'll be able to their teacher will be able to create online test, a CBT test for them. So they'll be
Okay.
able to log
Okay.
in and they'll be able to take
Okay.
tests. So that's the Ashraf, are you there?
Yes.
It's asking a question. I think you should check the inbox.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I saw something that popped up just now.
so let everyone send messages.
Okay, I joined with my business Gmail. I mistakenly joined. Okay, I'm not using my personal Gmail.
Okay, no problem. I've seen the question. Don't worry.
Okay.
No worry, I'll answer
Yes.
that question. Let me continue first. So
Okay.
Okay.
now, so on the Google Cloud, I will show you the interview. Let the website finish loading. So now this one that I'm doing now, so it's still under development. Just normal CBT menu, so that you come online, you have your CBT test and so on. So
Are you the only one that worked on the project, or you work with some other people?
well, I've been the only one working on the project, and it's been a while since my service year. So I started the project in 2019. It wasn't that long. I started the project in 2019, and one thing about the project is it's stage by stage. So
Yes, now you know
after
they
we do
has
that,
definitely upgrading.
yes. So like this one now,
So the modifications
just thought of it and okay, well, I should do the test center integration and so on. So this is the student portal. When the student log in, this is their portal. So they see all the available tests. They can from here. So they can
the teachers will be sending their questions to you and you'll be helping them to post to the this thing.
No.
Or they'll be the one posting by themselves.
no the teachers too. They have their own portal whereby they
Okay.
can upload the question. Here's the one.
I think I did something like this, but mine is not as elaborate as yours.
Okay.
And I started that one a couple of weeks ago. So it's a kind of practicing actually because it's for this school that I told you I went for a scholarship where I started this web designing. So my instructor there, I told him that I couldn't catch up for some of those topics, so I started going back for more classes. So he now gave me an assignment that for the department, IT department, I will create a portal for staff, admin, students, and some login and registration pages. So the registration page that I actually did there was what I sent you when you requested for the kind of work that I've done so far.
Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. So I've actually stopped the work ever since I started this one because I've not been able to have that time to go back.
Okay. Well, don't worry. Well, PHP is it's okay if you're writing PHP actually, but there's a lot underneath all this stuff. But don't worry, we when I answered the question that Ashraf sent, so I share more light, shed more light on that. I'm trying
Okay.
to I'm trying to log into that staff portal, so I'm able to show you where the details. So yeah, to log into that staff portal is voila. The website is still under construction, so like just fill this one, bump to that one. There's no real connection between all of them.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why it's you can see that when I went to staff to dashboard, it's showing some errors, and that's because I didn't log in properly. So you can see there's content here, but because I didn't log in properly, that's why it's showing all this error. So Ridwan, are you there? Hello, Ridwan.
He left already. Left already.
Okay. I don't know the kind of network that is using.
Okay, MySQL. You connected MySQL.
Yes, that's the database.
Is it the MySQL on the Zamba?
No, this one is different. This one is MySQL Workbench. It's a software. You can download it.
Okay, the software, personal software.
Yes.
How is the MySQL on that Zamba as well?
Of course, I know. The one on
I didn't know that.
yes. You see,
Yes.
one thing about the database, the one I'm using, come in. The one on SAM comes with the SAM. So personally on your system, you'll be able to use that. But that
I should come to Lagos.
so you want to so what do you want to come and do in Lagos? Okay, so I think I'm able to log in now.
Like, so, this still that I have for this thing, like, just
This is the staff portal.
come here, Bishop.
Amen. I'm meeting.
Okay.
So this is staff portal. The staff will log in here. Clone Shelley now. Okay, this is staff portal. So when the staff click on manage tests here, so it will direct to where they'll be able to upload the questions. So this one is just normal question uploading.
Okay.
So you can click here,
Okay.
upload the test file. So if you want to
File,
yes,
okay,
the
okay.
question file, you want to upload question here, it has to be the way I do it is you create a text file, type all your question and the options, there's a format. So you have to follow that format. When you follow the format, you'll be able to upload the questions. Then when you upload the question, you come in. When you upload you can do it with Microsoft, you can do it with normal notepad. So can you see my screen?
Okay.
So this is a question that I for
Now, can I have another question? Yes, I can.
so in order not to divert too much. So can you hear me? So in order not to divert too much. Now, like I said the other time, when Ashraf he asked the question that okay, am I working? I think our inverter is beeping. So but let's see, if it doesn't go off. I just pray it doesn't go off. So he asked the question that am I working as a so the thing is I'm a developer, that's what I do basically, like full time. So and I write both front end and back end. I can even write mobile app. I have mobile app too in Play Store. So the thing there is you see all these things when you are starting out like this, everything will just be what you feeling like, okay, I need to know backend, I need to know front end, I need to know how to develop mobile app. Like you want to do everything. That's one thing. So when you are starting out, when you are doing front end and you see someone that is doing back end, you feel like, okay, I need to be doing back end as well. You leave your front end and join the back end. So but my advice, the advice that I'm going to give you, I didn't just started like, okay, I started like yesterday, not last year. I was telling you that I started working on this particular project since 2019. So 2019 I was working, not that I was learning in 2019. So I started writing code since 2014. So I started web, like full-time web development, in 2017. So you can see it's a very long time. So when I usually started with HTML. You need to start with HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and so on. So along the line, you jump into backend, you do PHP. Then after that, you can pick some. But what I'm going to my advice for you is, if you want to follow the full stack path right now, it's going to be a very long way for you. I won't lie to you. It will take you like not even months, years before you can master full stack. Like, okay, you can do front end, you can do back end, and to the taste that, okay, someone will want to hire you for both. So it's better that, okay, as I'm starting out with front end. So when you are good with your front end, as a front end developer right now, as a front end developer alone, you'll be able to develop websites, full websites, and you are a front end developer. You may not know anything about back end. You'll be able to develop a complete website.
So that there is a difference between online front end developer to code writer developer. How would I do it?
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, no, no. They are mixing them together. So when they say someone is a developer, front end developer, you write code. So what you are talking about is all these UI UX people, product development people, that they will send you, they will do the design.
Yes.
So they are not developers.
They use WordPress and Go.
No, no, no. See, you see, WordPress is like something, a tool that you can just learn it. You can go yourself.
Okay.
So you see, that aspect is content management system. If you are into content management system, you use WordPress to develop websites. You are not writing code there. You are just doing drag and drop, drag and drop. What you see is what you get. That's for CMS. An example of CMS, content management system, is WordPress. So there are some people there's another people too. They do UI UX, user experience, user interface. So all these interviews that you are seeing, UI UX.
Yes.
So those ones, they are not writing code. They are more of graphic developers. So they
Because I wanted to ask about it as well.
so
Based on the fact that if someone has a friend of this PHP developing experience, developer experience, they can easily work or develop a mobile app, or is it a different thing entirely? Because someone wants to use the UI UX to me.
okay. Already since you are writing.
Because sometimes ago, I think around last year, I've started with Python. So because of the fact that I tried to drop it.
Okay. So you know what?
I also want to say something.
Okay.
Like before I started this class,
Yes.
I was actually reading or maybe just learning SQL. SQL and but like me, I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know its importance. I don't know its usefulness. I was just start reading it learning.
Yes, it's not really easy for you to start learning SQL just like that. Even because one thing about SQL is like database programming language. You can call it a language, structured query language. It is used to query database. So if you are now reading SQL, you won't be able to implement it. So that's one thing. Since this class is like going this way, I want to make sure that we are not just talking randomly and mixing everything together. So
Okay.
So you see the
You
route.
just continue now.
Yes, I know. I just want to clarify everything now. You asked a question that okay, oh, mobile app. Like when I said okay, I'm doing front end, I'm doing mobile app. You see, the thing there is if you are doing front end, it will take you time before you can master front end. Like me now, if I'm telling you like okay, my front end route is HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, Angular, Ionic. So I've mentioned like five different things now: HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, Angular, and Ionic. So that's a front end route. If you want to be a front end developer, you can follow that route, or you can follow the route of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, React, and React Native. So that's another route. So now Angular is a framework on JavaScript. So you use that to develop mobile application. I say mobile web application, and you are still in the front end. Now Ionic is also a framework, but you can use an Ionic with Angular to develop a mobile app, and you can use it to develop desktop app. So I use Ionic to develop mobile app. So now if you want to be like okay, I want to be a front end developer and a mobile app developer using web technology, so you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, Angular, and Ionic before you be able to do that. So now talking of backend, I use PHP.
Wait, I want to quickly add something
Okay.
on the mobile app. When I actually checked online, like I saw some sites
Okay.
that you can use to convert your website,
Into
your
mobile app.
website to mobile apps.
Yes, they are
Like,
like
how good are they? Is it that they are nonsense or
they are not
like what can you say about it?
they are not nonsense. The one thing about technology is that when you see a technology like that, it will be useful in some cases, but in a case whereby you want to develop a serious mobile app whereby you want someone to be able to open camera with your app, you want someone to be able to do some printing with your app. You see all those features, there's no way you can achieve that by converting your website into with a website. Like okay, you go to a website and you now convert your website into a mobile app. That there's no way you can achieve that.
Okay.
So there are some features that is not possible for you to achieve with that. So even
But
me,
is the app going to look normal? Like, is it going to look
it's
well?
not going to is you see what they are doing is not, they are not converting your website into a mobile app. They are wrapping your website like okay there's a frame already, a mobile app frame, so they are just putting your website there. The only what you'll be seeing on that app is the way you develop your website. If it is mobile responsive, like the feel when you reduce your screen, when you develop the website, when you reduce the screen to the mobile app size. So the kind of view that you'll be seeing there then is what you'll be seeing in your mobile app. So it will just compress everything together, and it's still a website, not a mobile app. But you'll be able to download it, install it on a phone, but everything is still online. Not that it is installed on the phone. No, everything is still online. So if your website is down, your mobile app too is down. So something like that. So I was talking about now for the backend. I write PHP. I write Laravel as well. Laravel is PHP framework. I write code igniter and so on. Now all these things it takes time. Yes, it takes time before you can master them or to be able to do a project with them. So and I will not advise you to now start with okay and there's something that you need to take note. So don't let your don't let like okay since you are you be able to you are developing a website now, you want to submit your form, you want to make sure that you connect with database. Don't let all those things push you into like do a little front end and now move to back end. Don't let that push you. Focus. Okay. Hello.
Hello, welcome to the brand new course where you will learn about automating.
Okay. So I think it's a noise from somewhere. So now don't let those things push you into into like moving from front end to back end, from back end to front end again. No, just focus on your front end. If you want to be like, okay, I want to be a back end, you still need to learn the front end, the basics of front end. All these things we are doing, you still need to learn it before you can move into back end. Don't rush into back end, because if you rush into back end now, so in at back end you need to start afresh. By the time you do back end to an intermediate level, if you put that same energy in your front end, you must have mastered front end, and with that be able to get internship, even a small job that you'll be doing something, and you'll be improving yourself. So but if you rush into back end, you'll be at like the beginner level in both end, and you won't be able to get anything tangible. Now you still need to step up. It's either in the front end or in the back end. You need to step up either way. So you now come back to front end, or you still like, okay, let me stay in back end and learn Laravel. While you are learning Laravel, it will take you longer time to achieve back end than front end. If you want to be a full stack developer, make sure you pursue your front end to a very standard level before you even go into back end. And the fact is, you don't even need it right now. Back end, you don't really need it right now. That okay, if you are into front end already, you are good with it, you just be using API to do all your things. And if you are working for a company, if you tell them you are a front end developer, they won't require you they won't ask you to write anything back end. So they want a back end developer that will be doing everything, doing the back end for them. But it's not that hello,
I want to ask you something.
Where's the echo coming from? Where's the noise coming from?
I think
This one, what do you do is
Yes, Ridwan, you can mute your mic. You can mute your mic, and when you want to talk, you are mute. So
it's not from you.
it's not from you. So where are you getting the noise now? So
I can just I never want to speak.
okay,
Want to speak with
you're mute. Okay, so
Okay.
you know that
I want to ask you.
Okay.
Wait. Someone said that, for example, now maybe there are some people that do it back end, like they started with back end. So they are like back end is very hard, and that it's quite hard compared to front end, and it's very hard to start. And then you talk about API. Are you going to teach us that part too? Like that API?
we're not getting to API, but the thing there is there's no way we can get to API, and the reason being that there's a lot that we need to cover actually before you can get to that API level. But the only thing I can tell you is that it's not something that it's not far away, and it's not that hard. So, and it's not a big deal. So by the time we finish this class, don't worry, you must have like, okay, we'll have a taste of what API is. So and like what you said about backend is hard. You see, programming language, because what we've been doing since we've not started any programming language. We are writing HTML and Bootstrap. By the time we started JavaScript now, so by the time you start JavaScript now, you understand, okay, this is programming language. If you can understand JavaScript, don't worry, you understand backend. They are all programming language. Yes, they are all programming language. It's not that one is harder, one is easier. No, if you can understand JavaScript, and even JavaScript right nowadays, you can use JavaScript to write backend, you can use it to write front end, you can use it to write mobile app, you can use it to write desktop app. So there's nothing that you cannot use JavaScript to do. Even Web3, you can use JavaScript in Web3. So you can see JavaScript is like everywhere. So don't let that one scare you. So what we are doing right now is Web 2 and Web 3. Have you heard of blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and so on? So blockchain technology is Web 3. It's Web 3. So don't worry, we are not. I don't want to I don't want to go there. So you can just read wide. So now going back to class, so let's leave all the question and everything alone. But one thing I will tell you is don't rush things. Just follow your front end. This you see all these basics that you are doing. If you master it very well, so you already have it. When you get to all these higher level ones, you won't have problem with all your issues. There are some people that they're writing framework, they're writing backend, and they don't understand. They can write it like 2-3 lines of CSS. It happens like that, and it's not easy for you to come back and start learning how to declare, how to open class, how to do variables in Guinea and in CSS again. So it's not easy. So just make sure you master this level. Then don't worry, before we finish the training, you gain a lot. So that backend will not scare you. It will not scare you. And if you want to learn it, actually, it's not a problem. I'm writing PHP or anything. If you decide, okay, I want to learn PHP, it's not a big deal for me, not at all. So, but advice. If you want me to give you an advice at this stage, don't rush into PHP. Even if at all you want to learn backend, so just learn Node.js. So it's a JavaScript framework, Node. So learn Node and start to write your backend with Node. So it is quite easy getting into PHP. But when you get to PHP, you have a long way, a very long way. You first learn PHP, you learn Laravel, and you must master Laravel before you can write project with it. But if you learn JavaScript now and you want to write Node.js, Node.js is a JavaScript framework, so it is easier to learn Node.js with JavaScript since you already know JavaScript now. So that's the logic behind it. So now,
Okay.
so let's leave all my project alone. Back to our grid system. As you can see here now, if you want to use XS, so this is the screen size, screen lesser than 576 pixels. That's the XS. XM is greater than or equal to 576, MD 768 pixels, LG, which is the large screen. Like this particular laptop I'm using, the screen size is MD 768. So XM is for tablet, while XS is for mobile app. LG, there are some desktop computer that they have a very large screen now. So those ones are the LG and XL and XSL. So, but one thing when I'm developing, I use MD a lot. When you use MD, it is compatible with SM, XS, LG, and so on. Automatically, the browser will interpret it for you. But depending on the kind of website you are building, okay, if you know that this website, people that will be using it, they'll be using very big screen. You can use XL or SSL. But you know that okay, it's random like normal people. Just use your MD, and if they open it with mobile phone, it will interpret it to mobile phone. Or you can combine when you are developing, you can configure your column for XS, XM, MD, and so on. So that when someone open with small phone, it will use XS style. When someone will open with tablet, it will be using XM, and when someone open with system, it will be using MD. So that is that for now. So moving to container row column. So I explained it that when you want to do your grid system, you start with container. There's between between container and container fluid. So if you've seen that already,
Yes.
then we have row column. Now when you use ordinary column like this, automatically, if you have 10 columns, it will split the size equally, unless you specify that okay, maybe column 2, column 3. That's when it will now take the column size that you give it. So let's see when we do something. Now here, what they did here is, now see, after the container they have row, and they say justify content MD center. So you can see this is a class, and by the meaning is that okay, to justify the content in MD column to center. So if it's not MD, don't justify it to center. That does it. So now here they have column and they have column LG2. So when you are not on a large screen system, it will use column. When you are on a LG screen, automatically it will use 2. That's what you are telling the computer to do in this kind of scenario. So when you are on a small screen or a bigger screen than LG, it will use column, meaning that it will divide the screen equally, so to all the column that you have. But when you are on the LG, the particular LG size, it will not divide it. It will give it that particular size that you are using. So that one is clear. And MD auto is similar to that ordinary column. So to automatically take a size, like now what we have here, we have inside this row we have LG2 making 4 and LG2 making 6. So the remaining, this auto automatically we take the remaining size. So that's just the function of the auto there. I actually want them to, I'm looking for another example whereby you can just do everything, all the sizes in one code. So you can just play with this. And I said in our last class that okay, the screen is 12 originally. The entire screen is divided into 12. So when you are playing with your number, make sure that you don't exceed 12. If you exceed 12, the screen will not look nice. Your design will not look nice. And if not, you will not reach that 12, that means you are leaving space behind. So make sure you adjust all your calculation, you are using 12. So I'm looking for one to copy so that we can.
So, that means the factors of 12 must be our screen, maybe 3.
So you can use the number the way you like. So one thing is that you can use the number the way you like. You can declare a column and give it the entire 12, or you can declare 2 columns. If you want the 2 columns to be of equal size, you give them 6 6. If you want one to be 2 column and remaining to be 10, you can do that as well. So it's not necessary that you must follow 3 3 3 3 or 4 4 4 or 6 6 or 2 kinikonu. You can declare one song. You can have like 5 column. Inside first one you can have 1, inside second one you can have 2, inside second one you can have 3. So depending on the number you give it, at the end of the day when you sum up all the number, just make sure that it's equal to 12. That's just the simple logic behind it.
So we now distribute them. Okay.
So just make sure it's equal to 12 at the end. So they did not do anything soon. Don't worry. Let me look for. We've done a simple example. There was a simple example, a this system example in our last tutorial. So I don't want to do a simple one again. This is the font styling. Let me look for navigation bar. So let's do this navigation bar. Okay. So let me just copy this code so we can use this one as an example today. So you can see this navigation bar. So this is the code. This is the code. So I'm going to copy this and we're going to explain it and do some adjustments and redesign it there. So let's get another file. Call it nav.html. Inside this nav, let's have our basic HTML declaration, doc type, HTML, Then we have HTML. Inside this one we have the head. We have title. For the title we have navigation. Let's say we have navigation bar. Then we have body. Inside body now, we now paste this. So let's run this and see what we have. Go with live server. So one thing about Bootstrap is that everything is class. You have to be calling classes. So now you have a lot of classes here, and there's no way you cram all these classes off hand. So assuming now you just want to do ordinary navigation bar, you need to cram this one, navbar, expand large, navbar, light, bg light, and so on. But the only thing you need to do is make sure you understand it. So when you understand it, you'll be able to next time you want to do it and you don't want to copy it, you'll be able to do it. Do you know why we are not getting a style? Like, we are not getting the real results here? Can you tell me? You know, what it's showing here is just basic normal basic HTML. Why are we not having the Bootstrap effect on the page?
Yes, Wait, did you not link the Bootstrap it?
Yes, that's why we are not having the Bootstrap effect here, because I not link the Bootstrap. So I only copied the Bootstrap code, but I don't link the Bootstrap. If you don't do the linking, your code will not work, because it is not a magic. But
can you come again? I don't get that. We cannot copy a Bootstrap. We can link it back.
So okay, what I was saying is this. So before you start to write your Bootstrap code, so it's either you link to Bootstrap using CDN,
yes,
or you download Bootstrap file into your system. So and link it to your like normal CSS. You link it there, because all these Bootstrap you are talking about is just normal CSS and normal JavaScript.
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay, so we have to do that before it will work. So that's for CSS, remaining the JavaScript one.
In fact, I'm just understanding some things now.
So
Some things I've done before that I don't know how they work. I don't know their content. I'm just getting to understand them.
that's one thing about web development. There are some things that you just do it. You know that it's working, but you don't know how, the reason why it is working. You may not know. So now you can see that we have our navigation bar now. We have drop down, we have search bar, we have button, and we have brand. We call this one brand. So normally this is supposed to be your logo. So now let me explain this. Then after the explanation, we customize it. So what we have here, the first we have navbar. Like when if you remember the styling for table, so we first declare the table, then you now declare another table, maybe table primary, expanded, responsive, strip, and so on. So now the navbar is expand large. So there's a variation to this one as well. May not be expand large. Navbar light. This one too may not be light. There are variations to this. Let's say we use navbar primary instead of light. So
Don't forget about the course I told you about.
Okay. So I changed the navbar light to primary. You can see that we are having what primary color. The blue color is primary color originally. So let's say we change it to danger. I think we talked about this color class too in our last class.
Yes.
So now I change it to danger now. Why is the salary not changing? Now got danger.
So for the danger is red.
Yes, danger is red, but it's not changing yet.
Success is green, but it's not taking effect.
Let me see this BG. BG is for background. If you remember, one is yellow.
Yes.
Okay, the BG is working. White, dark. Okay, let me use dark. I think this one will be dark and white. Dark and light. That guy is not working. So let me leave it at light. So after the nav. So this normal nav is just a normal HTML tag. So the Bootstrap magic start with the class. Then we have inside the div they have container fluid. So the reason why you understand why they have container fluid now. So for it to cover the entire screen, I change the fluid to normal container, but I don't think it will work. Okay, it's working. It's working. You can see that the nav bar and the sidebar they've moved to the center. Can you see?
Yes.
So if we change it back to fluid, it will move back to the extreme end. So let's leave it at container. So then the nav bar brand. This is where here at the brand here, you can have your logo here, your website logo. So let me copy something from here. Let's see. Let me go to this website and copy the logo from there. Load here. So let me copy this logo. Copy image address. So I'm declaring img here, img src. I hope you remember how you use this one. So I'm changing the navigation. I'm changing the nav bar from text to picture. Oh, it's too big. Can you see? So here we can customize it by giving it. Let's give it width. Let's say 100 pixels. Height 100 pixels. Let's see how this one look like first. Okay, I think we can do better. The height is too big. Let's do 80, and this one let's do 150. I think we are good. So this is looking like a real website, small. So we have our logo there, and the link to you can. So after dealing with the brand, although instead of putting an image there, you can still type something, maybe your name of your website. You can type there, it will work as well. Then now this toggle button here. So you see this button here inside the class that they said navbar toggler. Now the function of navbar toggle is this: when you transform the website from the web screen to a mobile screen, so all our link here will disappear at first. So until you toggle, you can see. So this is the toggle button.
Okay.
So this is the toggle button. When you click it, it will drop down, and you see your listing. There is only the brand and the toggle button that will be left here when you are opening with normal phone or anything. So that's that for the toggle button. Then now we have collapsible navbar. So this one is collapsible with this. So if you have any other link that is not inside this class, so when when you collapse your button, it will not show. You just joining the. You see that you just joining.
Bashir left and just joined back.
Okay. So if your link is not inside this collapse class, so when you toggle it will not show. So now to do our normal navigation link, so we use UL and LI. So we did that in with CSS and HTML. So the same approach
Yes.
here at using Bootstrap. So with Bootstrap, so this is the class they use here for the UL, and for the LI just simply put navigation item, and for the anchor tag inside it they only use nav link. Then the one that you want to make sure that okay, this one is active, you put the active there. So if you go to the website, now you can see that this home is showing that the home is the active link, right? If we remove this
Yes.
active now, the home so we now should be showing that active. You can see that it's not showing the active again. So if you want to remove it from the home and put it here, maybe at the link, say active. So this is the active link. That's the active link. So the link is showing active. So now there's a drop down. Now one thing about drop down is you have drop down, you have a link at first. Drop down, this one too is a link. So if you want to do drop down on it, so you have to declare another UL inside that link. So you can see that inside our LI we have another UL. So if you remove this one now, the drop down will not be showing again. So everything I want to make sure that I want to display on the drop down will be inside this UL. So our drop down will disappear. Although this logo is still there, but you can see that it's not showing anything as I'm clicking. So that's that.
Yes.
So drop down toggle. If you remove this drop down toggle, the drop down icon will disappear. It will not be showing there. You can see that it's not showing, but when I click it, it's dropping down. So it's not this icon that is making it to drop down, but the code that I've written, the code that is there. This icon is just there to show the user that okay, if you click here, something will drop down. But like this now, nobody will know that okay, there's a drop down there. So that's just the function of that. And there's a disable here. It just disable the link that it will not be clickable. So normal class, disable class, that's the difference there. So we can remove that one.
But so I want to ask a question.
What's the question?
What about if it is a drop down that normally show arrow, a drop down arrow, like a small triangle?
Yes, I just remove it from it now. Drop down toggle.
Thank God they don't bring our light.
Is it your light or our own light here? Okay, so yeah, designing too. Okay, so have you seen? You see it now? See this arrow here?
Yeah.
So I was not that remove it. Same with it. So apart from that, so we have form here as well. The search form here. So the search bar, they created that with form, and the search button, they put the button there. So although we can remove this one, can remove that one, and leave the button there alone. But this our yellow stuff here is not really okay. So let me put it back to let's say primary, so you can see the let me just use light should work. So these are normal Bootstrap, our basic Bootstrap navigation. Now let's do a little bit of customization here. Another thing with Bootstrap is that when you are writing Bootstrap like this, it doesn't affect your CSS. You can still use your CSS to customize them, to redesign them, to make them look beautiful and so on. So like this button now.
Perfect.
Okay, but what I want to do here is what they have is outline success. But instead, let me say this button is register or get started. Okay, let it get started. So this one, let's say outline primary. Okay. Yeah, now it's better. I want to remove this toggle. I don't like that toggle there. And also this drop down. I'm not using it. Or we can leave it sharp, but not using it. Now, going back to our website, this logo too is not a. I don't really like the way it's too big to me, so. So width height. Reduce the height to what? To 60. See. Okay, now let's work on these buttons here. So here now we want to style this home button. Let's say we want to style it to be thicker. I want it to be thicker than this, so we can now use our CSS to do that. So now we have a very complex code already here. So if you want to style your
Yes.
you want to style anything in here, you need to be very specific. So you can pick, maybe let's say you pick this nav, then after the nav you can pick UL, after UL you pick LI, and after the LI you pick your A. So let's try that. That our CSS nav CSS. So I'm going to delete all the code here. So starting with nav, the way I said it, nav. Then after the nav, I pick UL. After the UL, pick LI, then pick A. So doing that, I can say font family. Let's use Fadana. I like Fadana. Then let's say
I noticed that.
font size. Let's say, let me use 20 pixels for now. I'm still going to change that. Let's say font weight. So picking 600. So what do we have here? Oh, I need to link. So to link, I need to link that CSS too. So another thing is, since we are having our Bootstrap CSS, so the CSS that you are writing, your customized CSS, make sure it is the last that you're going to include. Don't include it before the Bootstrap, because if you have another Bootstrap class, if you have another class that you are using here now, if you have that same class in Bootstrap, you overwrite it, and your style will not be showing. Now be wondering why your style will not showing. Who is on the road though?
Yeah, still.
So let's say CSS /nav.css relation is style sheet. So we have that. So you can see the difference now. So although I think the weight is too heavy. Let's use 400. Okay, and this size too, let's use 17. Okay. Now color. Let's change that color. Change the color to white, to black. Black. Is Ridwan on this call? Okay, it's there. So where's my color? Black. Okay, let me just use color code then. Is that white? Then black should be 0 0 2 4 6. You see my eyes, I do what's going on. I'm expecting it to be darker than this. So what else? Okay, let's say we have border. One pixels solid. One. Okay, we have this. Oh, okay. So let me use padding. Let's say padding 2 pixels. Do you have the padding? Oh no, that should be margin rather. We have the margin. Okay, we have the margin. I think 2 pixels is too small. Let's have like 5. Did that take any effect? Okay, I think it does.
Yes.
So after the border, let's have our border radius. Let's say 2 pixels. And that's not changing anything though. I mean, it's my eyes.
Yes. It's not changing. That day that we were trying to change it, we started from like 5 pixels. It's taking effect now.
And because I changed it to 8. Okay. So let's see background. Do one with one white. Good.
Can you increase the border radius?
Yeah. Use 15. That's 15.
Okay.
5. So
if you can reduce the height, it will be better, I think.
Is it the height of the navigation, like the home and all those stuff, home drop down?
if you want to do that, we need to
Yes.
we need to reduce the image height as well.
Okay, it's okay like this. It's okay. I think it's okay like this.
I'm thinking of what else can we do? 1 pixels solid. Okay. I can hear you. Which one?
I noticed something in this pointer.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime you click on the home, I can see that cursor. So do you click it yourself or is along the code in the Bootstrap?
Okay, cursor when you, because what I'm hovering on is an anchor tag, a link. Automatically an anchor tag will change your cursor to the and. Do you understand?
From
Bootstrap
Bootstrap or
That's normal
you
HTML
that
tag.
yourself.
Normal HTML tag.
It's normal
It's
when you
normal
place
when you
your
place
cursor
your
on
cursor
the
on a
link, it's going
link,
to
it's going
change
to
to
change to
that.
that and
So that's
that's it.
HTML. You don't need to write CSS or Bootstrap before that will happen. Do you understand?
because
Because
the other
the other
tutorial you
tutorial
gave
you gave
me,
me,
I
I
would
would
really
really
want
want
to
to
improve
improve
myself.
myself.
Okay, you know that I put okay. Yes, there is a way you can change the cursor, but if you declare an anchor tag, a tag, just take note of it. It will be there automatically for an anchor tag. If you declare any tag anywhere, if you move your cursor to it, automatically it will change. You can see even this picture is changing. That's because the image is inside an anchor tag. So this one is a button. So anything that has a link, you change your color like that. You change your cursor like that.
So I
So
think
I think
over
over
here
here
to apply
to
it,
apply
you
it,
use
you use
the code
the
of
code of
cursor and
cursor
you
and
use
you use
pointer.
pointer.
Yes, I know. There's a way. If you want to, like now, let's say we declare maybe a div or a button somewhere. So I want to make sure that when you offer on it, you want it to change to this pointer stuff, this and. So
Yes.
you
Yes.
can pick that particular class or the tag and give it a cursor class so that when you move to that particular class, it will change the color, it will change the cursor. But it is default for anchor tag. But for every other tag, it's not default. So you can change it or you can leave it, which is normal. So just take note that for anchor tag it is default. You don't need to write the cursor code before it changes. You understand?
Okay.
Okay.
So that's that. Now what else can we do? Maybe let's give it background of this white is not really promising.
Mm.
And even the border too is too thick for me. So let me give it something light. How about that? Okay, getting better. Now let me see if I can reduce the pad 1 pixels. That pad is there automatically. So it's like is the A tag is inheriting the height. Let me see. Uh, our height here. Let's change it to 20. It's not changing. Let's just leave our image like that. So what else? We can offer on this one as well as we change the color, but we're not going there. Let me even try it. So that when you offer on this icon like this, so you want to change the color or anything. So let's say we have something like this. So you can have offer. Over. So I change background to gray. Color to white. Can you see that one? Okay, the color is not changing. border literals. The background color is working, but this color is not working. Okay, let's check this. Let's check the HTML. Maybe they still one color on it. PG light, dark light. The A.
Rodali,
Yes, I can hear you.
is it your screen or video recorder? But
I think
I think it's somehow.
Is it what?
I don't know if
I don't know if it's your video recorder, but
it's
it's
somehow
somehow
blurry.
blurry.
Okay, you mean is it the browser or the text editor?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The
The browser is blurry.
What about from your end to there, Ashraf? Is it blurry? Hello, Ashraf, are you there?
I muted my mic. I was talking. It's actually blurry here too.
Yeah, it must be the screen, the system screen somehow.
It's a little blurry.
I think it must be the system screen. If the browser too is blurry, it is the system screen. It's the system screen. So what else can we do? This, like what we did here, is normal Bootstrap navigation. So it's normal like what we have here now. So just give you the background of red and put one this thing here, one navigation link there, which is something we can just do here as well. Then
It's bloody. It's not blur. From my own end.
But put on side is blurry.
It's a little blurry here.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
It's a little blurry here.
Hey. I think
So you know what? Let's do
Clear. It is very clear.
yeah, we can hear you clearly. So before we go today, I want to introduce another aspect. So since we've done something in the nav, so let me quickly do section, and inside this section I have the class of container. I want to introduce you to class card rather container, and inside the container I have div. So inside this div, let's have our class row. So Ridwan, prepare to share your screen. Inside this div, this one will be for what? For column, right? Let me just use class ordinary column. So let's say we have like 3 of these. So the first one, let's say div. So this one we carry the class of card, and inside the card we have another div. You can see we are using div a lot. By the time you start writing Bootstrap, there's no way you can escape div.
Yes.
So we just have to be writing div. Let's say this one is card header. We have another div. Let's see the class of card body, and we have another div in the class of class footer, card footer rather. So in the card header, okay, I'm coming. In the body, let's say we have h1 or h2. H1 is too big. Our card.
Wait, what's this card for?
So you see, once you see the output, you understand a little bit of. So the card is like normal. You can take cardboard as an example. So something like cardboard. If you want to place small cardboard on our screen. So now we want to customize the header of it with a picture or something, write something inside it and so on.
Okay.
So we have img, let's say we have src. Let's copy one image, come here. So can you see our card body, the card, but for it to look more beautiful, let me look for an image. Do we have some pictures? Should. So let's copy the URL here, image address, src, and that one is too much of a mess up anyway. So inside the footer, can I just have something like anchor tag here. So another thing with anchor tag is you can give it a, let's say, forward. You can give it a class of, you can give it a button class. So let's say class here. I can just say btn. So if I want to turn an anchor tag into a button, so with Bootstrap, declare btn, then btn, let's say outline. Okay, let me use primary alone. Let me not confuse it with the outline. Then text white. That's done. So we should have something cool here. So do you see? So this is our class, and the reason why it's there is we are using the first column. You know, we declare how many columns do you declare?
4, I think.
So 3. Okay, 4. So that means the first one here is column M something. What we are using there is normal column MD3. MD3, you can see. So the size will not change. Oh, the size change. MD3. Okay, let me use 4. MD4. Okay, it's like the normal size. So this is just the normal card. This is how to use card. We have footer, this is the body. If you have more content, the body will be bigger, then the header, so you put picture there. So this thing that I just did there, if you can see this, let me show you the application of it here. At the students dashboard here. So you can see this is the application of the card. What I'm using here is normal card. You can see it's just like normal basic stuff. Test, then then this one is not button, it's normal badge. So if you want to do something like that, this one is badge. So let's go to our body. So you declare a span. So span is like, it's like these two very useless tag. So they have no particular use. So just say badge, no, not bg, badge.
It was that span tag that I was asking about that time.
What?
Tell me what you like this.
I didn't get your question.
I said that is that span tag that I was talking about. I said that that span tag,
Span.
that
Okay,
is
okay,
the one
okay,
I was
okay, okay.
talking
Yes,
about.
yes, yes.
One time like this,
Okay.
that reward.
Span badge, example. I get it. So, do you have something? Where's our badge? What happened? Badge. Did I not get it because the spelling correct? No, no. This is spelling of badge, right? Badge. Is it BG?
DG.
Okay. So after the badge, then we have BG. So you can see
Maybe you should change the color from.
it's working already.
Okay.
Badge, then BG, the color size, the color class. Then this can be primary as well, which is blue. So we are getting.
Video is glory, getting glory.
So I think we are okay. We are close to like 2 hours already. So let's stop here. Ridwan,
Sir?
share your screen. Do you know how to share your screen? Just present. You can see this button here.
But Ali, you shared your screen already, so you can't see the button talking about.
Let me share again. Hello, Ridwan.
Sir?
Now, can you hear me? So I want you to share your screen for everybody to see.
Okay.
Can you see my screen? Can you see where I'm pointing, where my cursor is right now?
Yes.
So that button, that's what you are going to click. When you click it, it will ask you if you want to share your entire screen. Click yes. So, and let's see.
What I press?
So did you get what I just said?
Yes.
Where do it? Let's see.
Are you seeing my screen now?
Yes. So let's see what's the problem you're having.
This is the tutorial. Hello? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Explain no, because I don't read your message like that.
So we have this one. Now let's
So re-explain the problem entirely. Like the problem I'm having, what's the cause of it, and so on.
I'm trying to look for where the video is. And the first step is to use this website for our tablet devices. It means some medium extreme devices. So from here, we have to select iPad. And here you can see that this is our iPad version. And in our medium extreme devices, we can put our netlinks like this. But I want to change this. It means now save and go to our website. And here you can see that. So can you see the footer? This is the footer, and this is how it's supposed to be. So, but after I insert the footer tag, this is the display is flex wrap there's that content space between. Then look at my own with here. You can see the one I'm getting here. Can you see the difference?
Yes, I see the difference, but
This is the.
okay. Now toggle back to the one in the video. Okay, that's the one in the video. Now let me see the one you are getting. Expand it now.
I've expanded.
So this is your own, Abby.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see it. So this is your own.
Yes.
and you make sure that you follow the okay. Now let me put it this way. You see where he started writing the footer CSS.
Yes.
So that's where you go back to. You have to cross check. One thing about all these things is that when someone is recording a tutorial like this, so you might maybe mix something as you are writing, you might be at the same page. So the result is getting, it might be a cache result. So you know before someone will come out to write a project like this on YouTube, you must have done it before. Now for it to be fast, so you just like okay, what I've done before, okay, I did this way, I did this one that way. So when you get to this stage, some of the styling that constituted that footer must be in the cache already. So whether you write it or not, it may be affecting it. Now, but the way you can debug this is number one, you go back to where you started writing the footer styling. You make sure that okay, you write every single thing that the person has written. Another thing is that maybe when you finish a class, you move to another class, but along the line you realize that okay, I forgot something. Now scroll up and put something there. You might have you know that kind of thing. Maybe you mix when he did something like that too. So you just have to pay attention. If I want to like help you out here now, it's like you're going to redesign all the entire footer. Okay, to design it, but it will not
I've already liked the entire footer
it will not
like
form.
3 times.
It
I'm
won't.
still getting the same result.
So have you finished like the guy? You are through with the footer styling already like this.
Yes. I've already wrote all the footer styling, so I have to start again, keep that file, put all the what's it called, then start again.
You know what? Send me the video link. So the guy must have
Sir?
the video you are using. Send me
Yes.
the link. Yes.
Okay.
So
I'll send you.
now what I'm going to do is that the guy that code base the code that the guy is using. So somehow I believe you should you will leave the code somewhere. Maybe you will send the GitHub link or where the code is its own code where you put it. So I will try and check it and send the code to you. So you can use that one to cross check.
So, but you can see now, you can see his footer, right? Hello?
No, I'm not saying it's that.
Can you see my
Yes, what I'm saying here is your VLC, your video
Yes.
playing.
No, video is the tutorial.
Okay. Is that the only code you are writing? That shouldn't be the only code.
This is the beginning. This is
Okay.
the beginning of the footer. You understand? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I understand.
This is the beginning of the footer.
Okay.
So after the footer, after the display flex, you can see the result here. This is the result. You can see. So I also insert my own same footer. Look at my own. The same thing. This display flex trap, user context space between, and you can see my own. You can see that the difference is clear. See, this is the copyright, the image, my account, and about. So see how pull out. It's working now.
Is it working?
About my account. It's working. Copyright, image, my account.
You know what?
Wait, you can't see anything.
You know what?
Sir?
So click Control Shift R on your keyboard. Control Shift
Shift
R. Control Shift and R. You know how to press it, Abby? Not that you press control, you now remove hand though. You press control, you hold it, you press shift, you hold
Yes.
it, and
Yes.
you press R. So when you go back to your
Yes. Yes.
browser and click that to refresh the page. Not on the VLC. Go back to your browser.
Ah,
Look at what I'm
look at
getting
what I'm
now.
getting now.
Is it working?
It's not.
It's not.
It's working.
It's
No.
working. No.
Just have to like wait and check. If you following those tutorials, it's not that easy as well.
If you look
If
at
you look at
the
the
this message
this
I
message
sent to
I
you on
sent to you on
WhatsApp, you see that
WhatsApp,
it's
you see
not
that it's
working.
not working.
And right
And
now,
right now,
I'm getting
I'm
the
getting
required
the
result that I'm
required result
supposed to
that I'm
get.
supposed to get.
That's one thing about following these things now.
I did not
I
even
did not
check
even
the
check
things since I
settings since I
messaged you.
messaged you
You see, I was explaining something about cache to you the other time. So that's one thing about
About
cache.
about.
Cache. So there's something in system, in computer, we call it cache memory. So when you open a website, it will cache every content that it's like almost every content. So when you reopen that website again, it will not load it from your server. It will first load from the cache. So some changes that you made sometimes may not take effect. If you make changes to the code, it may not take effect on your browser. So just anytime you are having such problem again, so the first solution that you need to be doing is you press Ctrl Shift R to reload your browser. So that will clear your cache and reload afresh. So that's one of the solutions that you can just be using. So I'm hungry. I need
thank
to
you,
go
sir.
and,
Thank
I
you,
need to
sir.
go and find something to eat. Oh. And time is going. So let
Thank
me
you,
answer
sir.
Thank
your
you, sir.
question, Ashraf. You said how much will it
Okay.
cost to
Okay.
if you want to learn backend or can we learn it ourselves? It's not easy to learn backend yourself. That's one thing. So it's not that really easy. You need someone to be putting you through, and you too will be learning. Like, okay, I have a problem. Let me ask question. Okay, you do this so to be fast. So it is better you have someone to teach you. And the price depending on by the time you want to start, the price will determine if you want to start backend. You know that I have a price at like I have a price on this thing now, and it will not be much. It will not be more than this normal front end as well. So it will be at the same range. And also there's a campaign that we're about to start. I may not be the one that will take that class. Even this one that I'm taking because we've not started that campaign. So there's a campaign we're able to start. It will start. We are going to have the normal basic web class, intermediate front end, intermediate backend, and beginners backend as well, and even mobile app. So we are going to have like a huge this thing there. So the campaign will start very soon, and don't worry, you too, you are going to receive all the flyers. By the time you finish this one, the training is going to start by January. So you must have finished this one. Then if you want to like go for any of them, you can join the class. So
Okay.
that's
The video you asked, the video you asked us to watch,
yes,
that social book video.
yes.
Like, there's no how we can have access to